on case citations like DeShaney versus County of Winnebago, Wisconsin, to show that there's no duty to protect you. We show that the facts negate any claim or argument that they are, because even if there was a court case that said that they had an enforceable duty to protect you, it wouldn't be true because they force us to pay them. Forcing people to pay you.
In the end, it's always force.
Yes, and so I would rather rely on the facts, the evidence, the indisputable facts than ever-changing court opinions. Because when you bring up the court opinions, yes, that's what they say. There may be circumstances, or what they do is they try to make a case for, well, Mark, there's the public protection doctrine, well, the public duty doctrine. If their duty is to protect the public as a whole, I've explained this 1,000 times. That's like saying an insurance company does not have a duty to insure their individual customers, that they have to insure all of their customers as a unit. That's just a way of saying, F you, pay me. I am not here to protect you. So bottom line, the best thing to do is to look at the evidence. They're men and women. We know that. We can prove it. And they force everyone to pay them. Yeah. They use guns and a prison system to force everyone to pay them. Well, Mark, not everybody who doesn't pay taxes gets arrested. So that's not the point. The point is that the violence and the threat of the violence is there. Just because not everyone has the threat carried out does not negate the criminal nature of the original act. My gosh, the mental gymnastics, people have to use instead of just breaking down and saying, you know what, you're absolutely right. Might versus right is wrong. Forcing people to pay you, wrong. We don't need to have services provided at the barrel of a gun. We don't need to do that. We can provide services to market. People can trade and cooperate, and we don't need guns to do that. No, instead of just saying the lie that they've been living their whole lives, they want to be like Cypher in the Matrix. They want to go back in. They've realized, ignorance is bliss. No. I don't, some of us don't look that way. Some of us actually have some principles we want to stand up for and live for. And those who don't, like lawyers and whatnot, who know the system they're involved in is a criminal, are comfortable. They are making so much more money than the market would allow them to get paid because there's a monopoly on it. Why do attorneys make some upwards of $500-$600 an hour? Oh, because you have to use them. People feel they have to use them. And to a very large degree, if not almost always, they're right. When it comes down to it, if you can't speak for yourself, you have to pay one of their mouthpieces. You can't have. I'm able to do it in very limited circumstances. Yeah, in Canada, sometimes you can do it as a McKinsey friend, or Australia, or in England, but they don't always allow that. They still have a monopoly on it, and that's what drives up the cost.
But they have a hard time with people who speak Latin. So when I got in there and they were trying to force me into pro se, which is an abbreviation anyway, I let her know that I was not here in propria se, that I was there in propria persona, and that I was here in special appearance under threat, duress, and coercion. And she actually tried to give me a dissertation that she didn't understand what pro per meant, what in propria persona meant. So one of the other lawyers looked it up and went, oh, he's absolutely right. If he's not here being represented and he's not representing himself, but he is responding to action, that's what it's called. It's like, yeah, we can play word games all day, but so now they don't even bother with their Latin terms. It's what's funny. I've had them a couple of times just dumbed down into English, whatever it was they were going to try to say in Latin.